Welcome to the Dangerously Funny podcast, the Jersey Outlaws podcast, and today we're doing a deep dive into the Jersey Outlaw. As we all know, Jimmie Lee, the Jersey Outlaw, is the most unfiltered, no-holds-barred, insult street comedian out there today. He has amassed viral fame and has been on major podcasts and TV. Drop the glasses, Jimmy. Come on.
Do I have to?
Yeah, for this, the reason is today we are going deep. It's no jokes, well, maybe some jokes, we'll see. No holds barred, authentic conversations with the real Jimmie Lee, or should I call you Dr.
Dr. James.
Dr. James. So Dr. James is also a dentist, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So today we're dropping the glasses and talking to Dr. James Weiner. This is going to be one of the most interesting and intriguing episodes we filmed on a unique character with a double life. Hi, I'm Serena Sun. I'll be your host today, and get ready for a very authentic, exciting show with Jimmy, Dr. James.
Dr. James. Today, Dr. James.
Today is Dr. James.
Right.
Okay, great. Okay, Dr. James, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming, Serena.
Yeah.
I know your busy schedule.
Well, I'm sure you're busy as well with your dental practice and living a double life. I like to call him a superhero. So during the day, he is a dentist, and by night, he is a comedian. Right. But I've seen some of your comedy on the streets of Los Angeles, and you have a very unique way of doing your comedy, right? Can you tell us a little bit about what makes it unique?
We do street comedy, which really nobody does. So we're interacting directly with people, where most comedians, they do a stage show, and they have their bits they do in their skits. I do really authentic ad-lib street comedy. No one does it. It's offensive. It's politically incorrect. I'm a polarizing character. You love me or hate me. But I'm authentic who I am. I'm not changing. I'm too old to change. And I'm who I am. Love me or hate me. Kind of like a modern day Don Rickles.
Yeah. And what drove you to be this way, Jimmy? What drove you to this type of comedy? What do you think?
You mean what drove me in entertainment, or?
What drove you in entertainment, but also what parts of your personality do you feel like represents your style in comedy today? All comedians are different. So what
drove me to do comedy, you mean? I as a kid was always like the, what's the word? I was the prankster, kind of like the class clown growing up. So the first one done the tests and annoying other people, like that kind of a guy. And when I was real young, my grandfather used to take us to a bar back in the 70s called the 500 Club. I grew up in Atlantic City, and I used to see all these shows when I was about 10 years old. And right there and then I knew that's what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I knew I wanted to do entertainment when I was young. The problem was when you grow up in a Jewish household, your mother tells you you're going to be a doctor. So my brother became a doctor, and I became a dentist. Because, you have to be logical in life, just like, you have another job to pay the bills. And I grew into becoming a professional first, so I would have a stable life. And, I have a family and make sure that that's taken care of. And then the passion came it was always there, but it kind of came out after the stability of the job.
So was that a struggle for you growing up, kind of going with two different identities and trying to decide what you wanted to do?
I had cognitive dissonance. Like when I was in dental school, I was going to New York to interview people from soap operas. I was interviewing celebrities that did shows at the casinos in Atlantic City while I was studying. And I knew when I was young that I had a passion for the arts. And it wasn't for money. It was just in me. And when it's in you, and it's not like something you can explain to a person that's not in it. Like people that are not in entertainment, they don't understand what I do. They're like, why? You have money, you're a dentist, you have a great family, why do you do it? They don't understand it's a void from growing up, because I left home, my mom was mentally ill. I left home with an empty suitcase where I didn't get love home. So I felt I had to get love on the street from strangers, which is odd to people. But if you're in entertainment, it's not so odd. You know, you being in entertainment will probably understand it more. So me being an older guy, why does an older guy, stable, with money, put a leather coat on, get people to film and go out on the street and harass people and insult people? It's just from here. The other thing is the comedy style in the 80s, I'm a very old school guy. I don't want that comedy to die. It did die. And it bothers me and it hurts me to see, you know, my stuff's offensive. I'm cringy. I'm polarizing. It's in fun. It's a character. That's not the kind of person I am. It's an act. But it draws a lot of attention. It also draws a lot of heat. But I'm not the type of guy, you know, I just keep going. I'm like, you know, like an ever-ready battery.
Yeah. You know what they say, it's all because we didn't get enough love in our childhood. That's what they say about entertainers.
And Madonna had an interview and talked about that. And Springsteen in the movie, he had a really bad childhood with his dad. And it is a void. And it's weird because as you get older, you would think you'd be okay. The void actually, Serena, gets worse when you get old because you realize you have less time. And I don't want to be forgotten when I die. No one will know I'm a dentist when I die, but someone may remember that's the guy that insulted me on the street, made fun of my wife because she was fat. You know, they'll remember you more for something in entertainment or sports than they will as a professional.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
That's
so my brain isn't focused on money with it. It's focused on fame. I have an addiction to being famous and being known. I like when I'm recognized. When I go to New York, people come up for pictures. And I count how many people know me each day. It's like,
really?
Yeah, I'm like obsessed with being famous and being known.
Interesting.
It's really weird. Yeah, that's my bump right there.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, and you're a bit public about this, but you're a self-proclaimed or self-diagnosed histrionic disorder, right?
Right.
So you mentioned that a bit in some of your even street interviews that I saw.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, tell the folks what that is. You're in that line of work, and then I'll explain about me. Some people watching may not even know what that is.
Well, there's a lot to it, but, you know, I think most people know of it nowadays with, unfortunately, the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, you know, scandal that happened. And unfortunately, she has come to represent a bit of that disorder. But I want to hear it from you because it's different for everyone. It's not,
Well,
you know.
I basically, why do I put my hair up? To get noticed, okay? Why do I do high energy street comedy with a crew of people filming? To get noticed. I stand out. In entertainment, if you have any chance of making it, you got to stand out, and you have to be a character, and you have to be different. Well, that's me. When I go out, people know me, or they want to know me. They come up, who are you? Or they ask for a picture. And I say, I don't want to be seen here with you. I come up with a joke. So histrionic personality disorder, you know, is something where you dress flashy, you want to be noticed, you want to be the guy. I always, since I was 10, I wanted to be the guy. I wanted to be in the center of the action. I wanted an entourage around me. I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be 60 years old in 2 years. I still want to be the guy. It didn't go away. It got worse. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Well, you know, I feel like no one wants to feel invisible, right? And if there's that void, as you were saying, in your childhood.
That's really what it is. Yeah.
And it's a natural human instinct as well. And a lot of entertainers are just very good at it, right?
Yeah.
So
Or hiding it. And some people, like we're talking today honestly about it.
Yeah.
We're taking that deep dive in.
Well, what do you want people to know about who you are today? Is that, you know, you said that you're the same in the fact that you wanted the attention and you're still doing comedy, right, today? Yeah. So is there anything different that you want people to know about you?
I want them to remember my iconic hairline, which I didn't even do today that much. I just combed it back for you a little bit. I want people to realize, honestly, the characters and who I am as a person. I'm a good person. I have a family. I have a job. And a lot of people that don't know me, they get upset and they get offended at these jokes. But that's not who I am. You know, that's my character, and that's what draws people in. And I would say half the people that meet me doing comedy like me and half don't. But that's not who I am as a person. So I would like the folks out there watching the podcast to realize I am deep down a good person. I have a family. I'm a good guy. But this is my character, and this is what I enjoy doing. I do enjoy going out on the street and kibitzing with people and having fun. And, you know, I do insult-style comedy because when I grew up in the 80s, that's what was out there. It was Don Rickles, Rodney Dangerfield, Red Fox. It was a little fresh comedy, a little blue humor, a little insult comedy, a lot of one-liners. And it's not like I changed my act. I never, Serena, changed my act, which is good in a way and bad. It shows I'm true to my roots, but it's bad in that the mainstream media won't accept me because I'm too offensive and they're afraid, to be quite honest with you. But I am who I am. You can't ask an artist to change their act. It's almost an insult. The artist is the artist, and they are who they are, accept it or not. And that's me. I'm just me. You know, good to take it or leave it.
Do you still struggle with the dual personalities, the dual identity?
Well, I have a double life. I'm like Superman and Clark Kent. You know what I mean? So I go to dentist's office. I'm very professional. I'm serious. I do really beautiful work. I'm different. Then I go out and I put a sweatsuit, the glasses, the hair goes up, or the leather coat, and the filmers come out. Everybody in every restaurant in New York knows me. Everybody in LA knows me. I have iconic partnerships with Pink's Hot Dogs.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your partnerships. I know you've gotten
I have one
sponsors.
with Beverly Hills Hotel.
Great.
They have a coffee, the Jersey Outlaw coffee.
Okay.
I have a beautiful relationship with Mr. Pink, Pink's Hot Dogs in LA. I have my pictures up there. And I promote businesses, and they're iconic establishments. Pink's has been there 80 years, the Beverly Hills Hotel probably 90 years, so I tie in with the right places, and I build relationships with people because deep down I have a good heart. Mm-hmm. People don't see that in my comedy, but that's who I am as a person. And, you know, Mr. Pink loves me, and the GM, his name's Felix at the Beverly Hills Hotel, they love me. They come there and they go, oh, it's you. I said, I think I'm going to get famous. And the guy in the hotel says, you're going to get killed. That's what he says to me. But, you know, he says, I hope it doesn't happen today in my hotel. But, you know, they put it like this. People get a laugh with me. I have fun. I'm an entertaining guy. And, you know, the waiters all come over. And, again, I'm not worried about the food, as my wife says. I'm worried about if people pay attention to me. The food could be awful. But if people come over and say hi, I feel better.
Yeah,
so that's me.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned wanting to make people laugh, right?
I want to make people happy. I was always the kind of person that wants people to like me. That's kind of how I am. I get upset if somebody doesn't like me. You know, I want to be liked and loved.
But don't you think you can never make everyone happy, right? Not everyone.
No, that's true. But in dentistry, you know, I'm a professional. I'm doing my job. I do nice work. People pay me good money. But when I'm an entertainer, I want to be loved by people. I want people to come up, ask for pictures. I want them to say roast me. I want to kibitz with them, and I want them to know that about me.
Yeah, you've gotten roasted before. I saw one of your comedy shows where you were on stage and
the tomatoes.
Yes, the tomatoes, the fake tomatoes. They weren't real tomatoes.
Right, the plush tomatoes. So we were on a show at the Ace Theater a few years back, and we were getting heckled with tomatoes by about 1,800 people. So I had a whole set to do, but I went into combat mode. So I started to insult people, and it actually went viral on social media. Went absolutely viral.
yeah, that was wild.
See that? I've had a lot of viral moments. I've been with Howie Mandel a few times, and I've been with Bobby Lee. We've been on Newsmax. And we've been on a lot. We've gotten known real well over the last, say, 2-3 years.
Yeah, nice, good. Yeah, you know.
But I want to keep going, Serena. It's like I'm older, but I still got that itch, that burning desire to just get famous. And I want to get on late night. I want to get on Jimmy Fallon.
Yep.
And every time we pitch him, they say no. I pitch him again. I'm annoying. I'm aggressive. I just keep pitching them because you're like I know if I go on, I'm going to do good. But they don't. They're afraid because of the polarizing nature of the comedy I do. Mm. But if I am on TV, I know to behave. I'm not dumb, you know. But
are you behaving right now?
Yeah. Oh, this is tame for me. This is tame for me. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm hearing you say you want to make people happy. You love it when they laugh, right? And I think there's so much more to people wanting, you're saying you just want the attention, but there's so much more to that. There's a whole unselfish level to that where you genuinely want to make other people happy. To me, that's very unselfish. To me, that's like...
I do that in my office. Like sometimes if patients struggle with money, or woman came in the other day with a bad medical disease, I did something really nice for her. Mm-hmm. I like to make people happy. I like to do nice things. I like to over-tip people. I want people to like me. That's my drive.
All comes down to wanting people
and my
to
wife's like, why do you do that? But I was like that since I was a kid. Why? Because I think I didn't get love from my mom, because my mom was mentally ill. My dad spent more childhood with my brother and I taking care of my mom. And I still, at my age, Serene, that's even more important to me than money. So that's weird. I'm talking really honest. That's how I am as a person.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a human instinct, People, it's not abnormal for people to feel offended when other people don't like them. It's, that's just how we are.
It's funny. I'm the insult comedian. I'm more sensitive than people.
Yeah, that's also
and my
something.
staff, my crew always says, you get mad when they insult you, but you insult. I'm like really sensitive. If someone really gets mad and they don't like me, it bothers me. I'll go out of my way to make sure they don't. It was a joke. Relax. It's a bit. So I really want people to like me. Same in my dental office.
Does that work when you say,
a lot
hey,
of times?
it was a joke?
A lot of times it does, because they see the crew filming, or one of the crew will go over and they'll say, he does insult comedy. That's his bit. Yeah. And also I can look at a person, know whether they want me to joke with them or not. I've been doing it, or I can tell.
So what are the telltale signs?
Well, I've gone up to people and, I'll start talking and they go, I don't want to be on camera.
Oh, yeah.
And I always say, you got a face for radio. Don't worry about it. I'll come up with a joke. But you can tell if a person don't want to be filmed or not. It's not that hard to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you got a lot of experience. How long have you been doing comedy professionally?
I did music first.
Okay. Interesting switch.
And when I did music, everybody laughed at me.
Why?
So I tried doing comedy, and no one laughed, so.
That's funny.
It's a joke. No. I did music, but I didn't get known. So I did comedy.
What did you play?
I had a band. We opened for big acts.
Nice. Were you a singer?
2004 to 2013. I wrote all my music. I arranged it with David Ivory. He's a Grammy producer. We opened for the Kentucky Headhunters. We opened for George Thorogood a few times at the Showboat. But I didn't get known, and I was empty. So by a dare, I did a stand-up comedy bit, and the guy said, how long have you been doing it? I said, tonight. He goes, you're not bad. So I started doing stand-up. But in 2016, I went to South Beach, and I had some models and a whole film crew, and I filmed street comedy. And my reels got like 270,000 views. I said, that's what the people want. I switched right away from stand-up to street comedy. So it's been 10 years. It was a fluke. Everything that happened to me was it's almost like a journey you go on. And you kind of go with where it goes.
Yeah.
But my whole bump is, I want to be known. I want to be famous. So the music didn't get there, and the stand-up didn't get there. But the street comedy, right away out of the gate. Just like that, Serena. The first videos we put up.
Yeah.
And that's when it hit me.
Interesting. You say, so I'm curious, how do you define fame? What would be the point? Because, some people could see what you do and they're saying, oh, that's pretty good. You got to be on this.
Fame for me is when I walk on the set of Late Night.
Walk on that. Okay, so that's what's going to define it.
When I get on Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, and then people come up to me in New York all the time, not one or two, then I know I made it. And then I'm going to be okay.
Then you'll be okay.
But I'm not okay now. Give me a fist bump on that, Serena. So you figure that one out. So everybody says, is that your definition? I said, I want to be like Sinatra. They go, well, nobody's like Sinatra. Everybody knew Sinatra. You couldn't touch Sinatra when we were little kids. I want to really be famous and known. That's it. That's all I want.
So when
I have money.
Happens,
I have a great family. I just want to be famous and known.
When that happens.
Then what? Then I'm good.
Then you're good. What does that mean? You're good.
Then I'll go out all the time and people will come up and I'll be the guy and I'm good.
And then
there's nothing more in my life to accomplish after that. That's my last thing I want to accomplish.
Yeah. I'm sure there's so much beneath the surface that, we could talk about, but unfortunately we only have so much time for this podcast.
But I
So
do want to
maybe
say one thing
Yes,
in close.
absolutely.
I want people out there watching the podcast to realize who I really am as a person. And the character is just that. It's a character. I'm not a mean-spirited person. I'm a good person. But my comedy is definitely politically incorrect comedy. But you have to know it's a bit, it's an act, it's not me. And you got to love me for who I am. Because deep down, I'm the guy. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Oh, there is one more question. I think I tried to hint at it in the beginning, but I'm just so curious because you are such a nice guy, Jimmy, James, Dr. James, Jimmy, both.
Jimbo. In Harlem, it's Jimbo.
Jimbo. Okay, Jimbo.
Jimbo.
But you are such a nice guy. So I'm just so curious what drove you to insult comedy? What is it about
tell you
that?
why.
Yeah.
So I grew up 70s and 80s. And my two entertainers that I looked up to when I was young was Tom Jones. He was a singer.
Okay.
And he had a lot of savoir-faire. And the girls loved him. And he danced way better than Engelbert, who just sat there, held the mic, and stood still like he died. So Tom Jones was almost like an Elvis. And Don Rickles, who I idolized as a kid, I must have seen him 20 times at the casino resorts. I taped his shows as a kid and memorized his shows. When you weren't allowed to bring tape recorders in, I brought a tape recorder in, and I would memorize every bit he did. Now it's on YouTube, you can watch it.
Okay.
And I was obsessed with him. Every time he was on late night, I watched. So when you ask why did I gravitate to that comedy, and Rodney Dangerfield I liked too, but not as much as Rickles. So I gravitated at comedy because that's what I grew up with as a kid, and that's what I enjoyed and I like. I don't like observational comedy. I don't like British dry comedy. I like comedy in your face. I like shock comedy where people drop drinks, spill drinks, gas, and they're appalled, surprised, and they can't believe what I did. It's almost like the hack pack that Stern had on before he got really big. He had the same type of people. So that's the answer to why did I gravitate to that.
My psychology brain is just going, alter ego, right? So I feel like for most people, if you feel like you're suppressed in a certain identity, your alter ego always wants to come out, right? So you're a very nice guy. You're doing the dentist thing. You're doing what your parents want you to. You're playing it safe. So then the shock value of the insult comedy is your alter ego. It's that side that you kind of really want to express because you're always suppressing that side, right? Am I correct?
Yeah,
That's just
you're
psychologically.
Serene pretty much getting it. You're getting it, yeah.
Yeah,
You're getting it.
I see nothing wrong with that. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think we should all be honoring all aspects of ourselves and allowing us, ourselves to express, right? Self-expression. And you're doing it through comedy and you're helping people, get happy and laugh.
People that know me, that understand the comedy, they love me. And the people that don't know me, that see it, they get really mad. They think I'm like this vicious guy. I'm going to hurt the family. How can you say that to this guy? It's a joke. Nobody today gets a joke anymore. They get all upset. You can insult a guy if he's fat. Don't insult a girl if she's fat. They get so upset. But a guy understands it's a joke.
Yeah.
So, and the younger girls, they get even more upset. But you can get older people that understand this humor because they grow up with it, like myself. But I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. I want to enjoy what I do. We all don't live forever. I would like to make a legacy and be known.
Right.
And it was nice of you to fly in from Cherry Hill to do that. What a biggie for you to come in all the way on a red eye. That was nice of you, Serena. Wearing the red dress, the dress that turned John Dillinger in back in 1929 at the Biograph Theater. That is the red dress.
I don't know who that is.
Do you know that story?
No. I don't know. I don't know if
Study
that's
that
a
story.
compliment or an insult comedy.
The lady that got him killed by the FBI at the theater was wearing the red dress. I just was wondering if it was the same red dress.
Oh, I don't know how
I'm
to
messing
react
with
to that.
you.
Yeah.
But that is a true story.
Okay. Well, I might have to look that up or not.
Okay. Alrighty.
But yeah, what an honest and inspiring conversation with Jimmie Lee. Dr.
Appreciate
James
you having me
Wiener.
on my own podcast. That was nice of you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What a nice person. Took the red eye in. She asked me on my own podcast. This is a biggie for me. What's our next stop? Fallon? Jimmy Fallon?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what?
You're going to go in the green room with me if I get on? You're going to come up? You will.
Sure.
Serena's coming if I'm on late night. She's showing up. She's showing up. She's
Sure.
coming.
Get me some tickets. I'll be there.
So you know my first thing I'm going to do?
I'll be the interview after you. How's that?
So Serena, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit on the couch.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hi, Johnny. Because of Johnny Carson. You're too young to even know who Johnny Carson is.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I do not know who these
That's
people
my first
are.
line when I go in late. I'm going to go, hi, Johnny. You go, Johnny, that was 30 years ago. I'm going to do the old play dumb bit, like the Dean Martin bit back in the day.
Yeah.
But wish me luck because I'm sure going to need it.
Well, good luck. I mean,
Thank you,
you do some dangerously funny comedy, and by dangerous, we did mention this before. That's a little bit offbeat, a little bit politically incorrect. So that is the type of insult comedy that Jimmie Lee does. So it's very interesting to see how you expand with that in 2026, right?
Yeah.
And further.
Times are different now, but we're gonna figure out a way to get it done.
So Jimmy. Dr. James Wiener.
That's me.
Yes, that is
I think
you.
that's me.
One thing that really amazes me, during the day, you are so professional. You are a dentist, right?
Yes.
And then at night, or whenever you want to, you become Jimmie Lee the comedian. How do you flip the switch? How do you just put your superhero cape on and boom, transform?
Well, I'm very professional during the day. Got my lab coat on, doing my dentistry, professional, doing nice work. And then what was the question you asked? How do I flip?
How do you flip the switch?
How do I flip the switch? Well, I put the glasses on, the hair goes up, I take a look at you, and I say very kindly, where's your papers? I'd like to see your papers. Border Patrol's around the corner, and I don't want problems. I'm going to stamp you in Ellis Island. I want to tell you, you really look good. Did a bus hit you on an angle? What happened to you? You have some problems. You're single, you're 49 years old, you're going nowhere. Snap out of it. That's how I flip the switch.
So your glasses are basically like your superhero.
I'm hiding behind the glasses and the hair, the fakakta hair. People come up, they go, do you play for the New York Jets? I said, why? He says, you got a football helmet on. And then you say, how do you flip the switch? So now, I'm just me, Dr. Jim.
Is that how you talk, Dr. Jim? Like
Dr.
you're a lot quieter.
Yeah. But one thing I want to tell you that happened to me 2 years ago, we did a very big show in L.A., and I had a fanfare at Pink's with Queen of Melrose, who's a very big viral act out there. And we promoted it, and we had about 250 fans come. And we were driving from my hotel to Pink's, and we were talking just like we're talking now. And we parked. I got out of the car, and I saw there were already like 100 fans. And Mr. Pink came up, and the switch went on, glasses went on, boom. And one of my filmers said to me that day when we were having lunch, you're a consummate entertainer. The minute the crowd was there, you were boom. And you're in entertainment, so when the lights go on and the camera goes on, you got to go, or you're not going to.
Character.
You got to go. Yeah, so I got a really nice compliment from one of my filmers 2 years ago about that. And that's just almost like indoctrinated into you. Like, how an animal, they fight, flight, if a tiger's chasing a buffalo. It's just an innate thing you do, almost like you don't really even think about it. It's innate. It's not a 10, it's an 8. It's not a 10, it's an 8.
My God. Okay.
Oy vey. So I just wanted to share that with you. Not that you care, but I figured I'd bring it up anyway.
Okay.
Jimmie
all right.
Lee's coming back, George, so we got problems.
Well, this has been such an open, honest conversation.
Thanks,
Thank
Serena.
you so much, Jimmie
Thank
Lee.
you for coming in. I hope to see you again sometime not too soon.
Thank you, Dr. James Wiener.
James.
And whether
Serena
I'll be...
Sun doesn't come out at night. but we love her.
Whether I'll be there in your dental office or watching one of your comedy bits, or maybe in Los Angeles, maybe you'll flag me down on the streets. And I'll be
Or
like, hey,
maybe you'll
look,
see me where? Pink's Hot Dogs. making a Jersey
they are
Outlaw
good
hot dog.
dogs. They are good hot dogs.
There are
Yeah.
100 different flavors, too.
And you mentioned a coffee shop, too.
Right, and the Beverly Hills Hotel has the Polo Lounge, and they have the Jersey Outlaw Insignia Coffee, which is basically, they put my picture on it. It's a cappuccino with a sugar stick, and it's on weekends.
Okay.
So most people go during the week because they're not interested.
Well, thank you so much. This has been such a pleasure. This is father, husband, dentist, comedian, Jimmie Lee.
And on
Dr.
the seventh day, I rested.
And on the seventh day, he does nothing.
Chill out.
He chills out. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this
buddy.
conversation.
Thanks for coming in, Serena.
Yes, and good luck to you. And I'm sure we will see
Same to
you
you. Thank you, dear.
on the screen.
Thank you.